Job chapter 8. Bildad, Job shall repent. Then Bildad the Shuhite answered and said, How long will you seek these things? How long will you speak these things? And the words of your mouth be like a strong wind. Does God subvert judgment, or does the Almighty pervert justice? If your sons have sinned against him, he has cast them away for their transgression. If you will earnestly seek God and make your supplication to the Almighty, if you were pure and upright, surely now he will awake for you and prosper your rightful dwelling place. Though your beginning was small, yet your later end will increase abundantly. For inquire, please, of the former age, and consider the things discovered by their fathers. For we were born yesterday and know nothing, because our days on earth are a shadow. Will they not teach you and tell you and utter words from their hearts? Can the papyrus grow up without a marsh? Can the reeds flourish without water? While it is yet green and not cut down, it withers before any other plant. So are the paths of all who forget God, and the hope of the hypocrite shall perish. Whose confidence shall be cut off, and whose trust is spider web. He leans on his house, but it does not stand. He holds it fast, but it doesn't endure. He grows green in the sun, and his branches spread out in his garden. His roots wrap around the rock heap and look for a place in the stones. If he is destroyed from his place, then it will deny him, saying, I have not seen you. Behold, this is the joy of his way, and out of the earth order will grow. Behold, God will not cast away the blameless, nor will he uphold the evildoers. He will yet fill your mouth with laughing, and your lips with rejoicing. Those who hate you will be clothed with shame, and the dwelling place of the wicked will come to nothing. Job, there is no mediator. Then Job answered and said, Truly, I know it is so, but how can a man be righteous before God? If one wished to contend with him, he could not answer him one time out of 1,000. God is wise in heart and mighty in strength, who has hardened himself against him and prospered. He removes the mountains, and they do not know. When he overturns them in his anger, he shakes the earth out of his place, and its pillars tremble. He commands the sun, and it doesn't rise. He sails off the stars. He alone spreads out the heavens and treads on the waves of the sea. He made the bear, Orion, and the Pleiades, and the chamber of the south. He does great things, past finding out. He has wonders without number. If he goes by me, I do not see him. If he moves past, I do not perceive him. If he takes away, who can hinder him? Who can say to him, What are you doing? God will not withdraw his anger. The allies of the proud lay prostrate beneath him. How then can I answer him and choose my words to reason with him? For though I were righteous, I could not answer him. I will beg mercy for my judge. If I called and he answered me, I will not believe that he was listening to my voice. For he crushes me with a tempest and multiplies my want without cause. He will not allow me to catch my breath, but fills me with bitterness. If it is a matter of strength, indeed he is strong. And if of justice, we will appoint my day in court. Though I were righteous, my own mouth will condemn me. Though I were blameless, it will prove me perverse. I am blameless, yet I do not know myself. I despise my life. It is all one thing. Therefore I say, He destroyed the blameless and the wicked. If the scourge slay suddenly, He laughs at the plight of the innocent. The hurt is given into the hands of the wicked. He covers the faces of its judge. If it is not he, who else could it be? Now my days are sweeter than a runner. They flee away, they see no good. They pass by like sweet ships, like an eagle swooping on his prey. If I say, I will forget my complaint, I will put off my sad face, and wear a smile. I am afraid of all my sufferings. I know that you will not hold me innocent. If I am condemned, why then do I labor in vain? If I wash myself with snow water, and cleansing my hands with soap, yet you will plunge me into the pit, and my own clothes will abhor me. For he is not a man as I am, that I may answer him, and that we should go to court together. Nor is there any mediator between us, who may lay his hand on us both. Let him take his rod away from me, and do not let dread of him terrify me. Then I will speak and not fear him. But it is not so with me. Job, I will plead with God. My soul loatheth my life. I will give free cause to my complaint. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. I will say to God, do not condemn me. Show me why you contend with me. Does it seem good to you that you should oppress, that you should despise the work of your hands, and smile on the counsel of the wicked? Do you have eyes of flesh, or do you see as man sees? Are your days like the days of a mortal man? Are your years like the days of a mighty man? That you should seek for my iniquity and search out my sin, although you know that I am not wicked, and there is no one who can deliver from your hands. Your hands have made me and fashioned me, an intricate entity, yet you will destroy me. Remember, I pray that you may make me like clay, and will you turn me into dust again? Did you not pour me out like milk, and curdle me like cheese? Clothe me with skin and flesh, and knit me together with bones and sinews. You have granted me life and favor, and your care has preserved my spirit. And these things you have hidden in your heart. I know that this was with you. If I sin, then you mark me, and you will not acquit me of my iniquity. If I am wicked, woe to me. Even if I am righteous, I cannot lift up my head. I am full of disgrace. See my misery. If my head is exalted, you hunt me like a fierce lion, and again you show yourself awesome against me. You renew your witness against me, and increase your indignation towards me. Changes and war are ever with me. Why then have you brought me out of the womb? Oh, that I had perished and no eye had seen me. I would have been as though I had not been. I would have been carried from the womb to the grave. Are not my days few? Cease, leave me alone, that I may take a little comfort before I go to the place from which I shall not return, to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. A land as dark as darkness itself, as the shadow of death, without any order, where even the light is like darkness. Then Zophar the Naamathite answered and said, Should not the multitude of words be answered, and should a man full of talk be vindicated? Should your empty talk make men hold their peace? And when you mock, should no one rebuke you? For you have said, My doctrine is pure, and I am clean in your eyes. But oh, that God will speak and open his lips against you, that he will show you the secrets of wisdom, for they will double your prudence. Know therefore that God exacts from you less than your iniquity deserves. Can you search out the deep things of God? Can you find out the limits of the Almighty? They are higher than heaven. What can you do? Deeper than Sheol. What can you know? Their measure is longer than the earth, and broader than the sea. If he passes by, imprisons and gathers to judgment, then who can hinder him? For he knows the faithful man. He sees wickedness also. Will he not then consider him? For an empty-headed man will be wise. When a wild donkey is called, is born a man. If you will prepare your heart and stretch out your hands toward him, if iniquity were in your hand, and you put it far away, and will not let wickedness dwell in your tents, then surely you could lift up your face without spot. Yes, you could be steadfast and not fear, because you would forget your misery and remember it as waters that have passed away. And your life will be brighter than noonday. Though you are dark, you will be like the morning, and you will be secure because there is hope. Yes, you will dig around you and take your rest in safety. You would also lay down, and no one will make you afraid. Yes, many will court your favor, but the eyes of the wicked will fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope loss of life. Job answers his critics. Then Job answered and said, No doubt you are the people, and wisdom will die with you. But I have understanding as well as you. I am not inferior to you. Indeed, who does not know such things as this? I am one mocked by his friends, who called on God, and he answered him. The just and blameless who is ridiculed. A lamb is despised in tow of one who eats at ease. It is made ready for those who feed sleep. The tents of robbers prosper, and those who provoke God are secure in what God provides by his hand. But now, ask the beast, and they will teach you. Ask the birds and the air, and they will tell you. Or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, and the fish of the sea will explain to you. Who among all theirs does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? in whose hand is the life of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind. Does not the ear taste words, and the mouth taste its food? Wisdom is with aged men, and with length of days understanding. With him are wisdom and strength. He has counsel and understanding. If he breaks a thing down, it cannot be rebuilt. If he imprison a man, there can be no release. If he withholds the waters, they dry up. If he sends them out, they overwhelm the earth. With him are strength and prudence. The deceived and the deceiver are his. He leads counselors away, plunderer, and makes fools of the judge. He loosens the bonds of kings and binds their ways with a belt. He leads princes away plundered and overthrows the mighty. He deprives the trusted ones of speech and takes away the discernment of the elders. He pours contempt on princes and disarms the mighty. He uncovers deep things out of darkness and brings the shadow of death to light. He makes nations great and destroys them. He enlarges nations and guides them. He takes away the understanding of the chiefs of the people of the earth and makes them wander in the pathless wilderness. They grope in the dark without light, and he makes them stagger like a drunken man. Job defends himself. Behold, my eye has seen all these. My ear has heard and understood it. What you know, I also know. I am not inferior to you, but I will speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with God. But you forgers of lies, you are all worthless physicians. Oh, that you would be silent, and it will be your wisdom. Now hear my reasoning, and heed the pleadings of my lips. You will speak wickedly for God, and talk deceitfully for him. Will you show partiality for him? Will you contend for God? Will it be well when he searcheth you out? How can you mock him, as one mocks a man? He will surely rebuke you, if you secretly shows partiality. Will not his excellence make you afraid, and the dread of him falls upon you? Your platitudes are proverbs of ashes. Your defenses are defense of a clay. Hold your peace with me, and let me speak. Then let come on me what may. Why do I take my flesh in my teeth, and put my life in my hands? Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Even so, I will defend my own ways before him. He also shall be my salvation. For a hypocrite could not come before him. Listen carefully to my speech and to my declaration with your ears. See how I have prepared my case. I know that I shall be vindicated. Who is he who will contend with me? If now I hold my tongue, I perish. Job's despondent prayer. Only two things do not do to me, then I will not hide myself from you. Withdraw your hand far from me, and let not the dread of you make me afraid. Then call, and I will answer, or let me speak, then you respond to me. How many are my iniquities and sins? Make me know my transgression and my sin. Why do you hide your face and regard me as your enemy? will you frighten a leaf driven to and fro? And will you pursue dry stubble? For you write bitter things against me, and make me inherit the iniquities of my youth. You put my feet in the stocks, and watch closely all my paths. You set a limit for the soles of my feet. Man decays like a rotten thing, like a garment that is moth eaten. Job speaks of life's woe. Man who is born of woman is of few days and full of trouble. He comes forward like a flower and fades away. He flees like a shadow and doesn't continue. And do you open your eyes on such a one and bring me to judgment with yourself? Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? No one, seeing his days are determined, the number of his month is with you. You have appointed his limits so that he cannot pass. Look away from him that he may rest, till a hired man is finished his days. He finishes his days. For there is hope for a tree. It is cut down. If it is cut down, it will sprout again. And that its tender shoots will not cease, though its root may grow old in the earth, and its stump may die in the ground, yet, and the scant of water it will bud, and bring forth branches like a plant. But man dies and is laid away. Indeed, he breathed his last, and where is he? As water disappears from the sea, and a river becomes parched and dries up, so man lies down and does not rise, till the heavens are no more. They will not awake, nor be roused from their sleep. Oh, that you would hide me in the grave, that you would conceal me until your wrath is past, that you will appoint me a set time and remember me. If a man dies, shall he live again? All the days of my hard service I will wait till my chance come. You shall call, and I will answer you. You shall desire the work of your hands. For now you number my steps, but do not watch over my sin. My transgressions is sealed up in a bag, and you cover my iniquity. But as a mountain falls and crumbles away, and as a rock is moved from its place, as water wears away stones, and as torrents wash away the soil of the earth, so you destroy the hope of man. You prevail forever against him, and he passes on. You change his countenance and send him away. His sons come to honor and doesn't know it. They are brought low, and it does not perceive it. But his flesh will be in pain over it, and his soul will mourn over it. Amen.